Got the car back home. Yes, sir. We still gotta do some stuff to it, but what I'm doing now, I gotta go in the house and get it, is the Terminator X Max. Taking the current performance. Let me turn this camera around. Boom. As you can see, we got the wheels on there. They pretty tucked. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Phoenix Fab, my guy Mike. We still gotta do a little bit more because I want to go down a little bit more. But I just gotta adjust the coilovers. But taking the front wheels off. I ain't got the front wheels on yet, and then still gotta put the steering wheel on. But the main thing at hand right now is getting that Terminator X Max on there, because I'm taking the current performance harness off, sending that back to them, and they gonna give me a replacement one, brand new, and then that one's gonna be for sale. I think they harnesses is like about, I think I paid like maybe like $650, about $650, $700 for that harness, but it's dope as hell because it's got they label everything. They label everything, and it comes with its own little fuse by car. Dirty as hell. Dirty. Okay, so what Phoenix Fab did for me is, of course, he shortened the rear end. He moved the coilovers from the factory position on that side to the middle. Y'all can't really see it. I'm not really trying to get down here. Let me grab a piece of cardboard. He did quite a bit of work for me. You know, some shit that wasn't right. So he refabbed the tips because they were too close to the gas tank. And then he put the coilovers in the middle with the custom brackets, if y'all can see that. So he did a custom brackets in the middle. We did new axles, and I got a disc brake conversion coming. Another G-body disc brake conversion coming. So my thought on what happened with the brakes is, so before I took the car to Ryan, I put the disc brake conversion on there. When they got to him, I ordered new shit because I wanted to send the car to him with the shit already on it. So once he take it off, he's not charging from me. He's not charging me to put the shit back on because he's taking it apart. So I gave him the car, bought the brand new brakes and stuff, took him the brakes, and however he did the rear end, I don't know if he didn't make enough room to put the calipers and the rotors back on like they were supposed to, but when they were on there, they were tight. So I don't know. I don't do shortened rear ends and shit like that, so I don't know. That's how I pictured it. So that's the only way it could have went wrong. But that's another story. I got the shit straightened out. Got the right shit coming. So, I mean, it's neither here or there. Can't do shit about it now. But anyways, he what else did Phoenix Fab do? He did me a custom piece for my air intake, cold air intake, which I'm gonna take that to work tomorrow, because I gotta take all of this apart anyways. And then of course I gotta fucking fix this shit up. I was just waiting for my fan, so I had fucking did some shit, but I'm gonna straighten all that shit out. But I'm gonna paint this at work tomorrow black, or I might paint it red. I don't know. Oh no, it's up in the air on what color I'm gonna paint it. I might paint it red. Fuck it. But he redid my lines here, so hopefully they not leaking. So he redid my lines to the reservoir, this fucking janky ass little CVF setup that they recommended. So hopefully that shit is fixed. What else did he do? I think that was about it. He put some O-rings. He put some O-rings in these fuel injector rails, but I got some different ones coming. and they should sit down like they supposed to, because I still don't like that. And because you got the O-rings sitting down in there where you can see it. Usually you're not able to see it. So I don't know, I probably order a whole nother little O-ring kit too, some thicker O-rings. Because if you look at this side, that shit's sitting all the way the fuck down in there. So I don't know what the fuck going on, but yeah, it's just minor shit that I gotta tend to. My brakes, of course, I'm about to put the Holley Terminator X Max on here. This is the current performance harness that's on it now, and it ain't shit wrong with it, but the fact that you got the older style computer, it requires a tune. Mike didn't really put the best tune on here, plus he still needed to fine tune it, but he told me it was good. This motherfucker run like shit. But damn, I can't even open this door. But it's got, I'll let y'all see it once I get it out the car, but I'm about to unplug all of this. But as you can see, everything is labeled just like how a Holley Terminator X be. And this is always the harness that I run. Of course, I didn't with the CVS alternator. You don't need this plug. It's pretty much power to the battery and then ground to the chassis, which is right here. What else? Let me see. But pretty much everything is labeled. You'll see it once I get it out, but as you can see, everything is labeled. And plus I got the fans that I gotta put in, but I'm not gonna put them in today. I'm gonna put them in over the weekend and get all that assembled and everything. So that's on another day. I might record that too, of how I fabricated up in here, because they say it's a little bit too big and I might have to do some customization on that side, but we'll just get there when we get there. But the task at hand today is getting this harness out, my other harness in, hopefully wiring it up and seeing if it starts. It's pretty much plug and play, but you got every wire, how should I say it? Every bundle of wire has a constant ground, and I think an ignition. So I'll bring it out here and then I'll let y'all see it for those who haven't seen it, and then we can go from there. Anything you want from me, anything you so desire. Okay, so we got everything from unhooked from the top. I gotta get up underneath, and because what I did was to keep from seeing the wire harness coming through like most people have it, you can see it coming through the wall. I drilled a hole right up under the tunnel, and it comes through the floor and comes up and then spreads around around the motor. So what I gotta do is I gotta unhook the crank sensor and then the wires that's hooked up to the starter, and then I'll be able to pull everything through. Disconnect my wires like from the fans, because I got wires running out here to the fans. What else I got? Ignition, ground, and my fuel pump up underneath, and then I can pull the wire harness through the firewall and bring it out the car. So just stay tuned. Okay, YouTube, so I'm back one time. Pretty much I got everything off the starter, and I'm pretty much fishing everything because I got the transmission unhooked. I got everything unhooked, so it's a matter of me, because what I did was I put my harness in the computer in here where the factory radio and stuff go, because I didn't need it. So I'm fishing everything out, got the computer out. Computer is right there. So now I'm basically carefully fishing all of this stuff out, because of course I got wires going to the Dakota Digital. I got some going to the fans. So you just want to be sure that you take everything out as a whole, opposed to just fucking pulling everything out. So I'm taking everything out carefully, and just exposing like the wires that I need, because then I can just connect to the ones that I need. They're already long, they're already placed where they need to be. So everything that's attached to the harness that goes to the Holley Terminator X, which is like the fans, the fuel pump, what else? I think that's about it. But I'll have everything here, so I can just link to it, fish it up, wire up the motor, put everything nice, and then I'll be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this harness out. I'll cut y'all back on once I get it all the way out. Okay, YouTube, so I got the harness out. Boom. Got the harness out. Let's check it out. So as you can see, this is where it came out to, like, all the wires. I just snipped them to the damn label, so I would know which one to hook up to on the Terminator X. But I gotta send this back, current performance, and they gonna give me a replacement. So it's gonna be for sale. If anybody want to get it, y'all can look them up, see how much it costs. I'll probably sell it for like maybe $100 less. But this is a good ass harness, don't get me wrong, because this is what I ran on. I ran this on my box Chevy. I ran it on my truck that I did, my brown truck. I ran it on the Chevelle, and I also ran it on what else? Of course this, but I'm just doing it, just going a different route to keep from having to fine-tune stuff or be able to change it. With the Terminator X, I'll be able to change stuff just right by the kiops. And then if I want to go in depth with like racing power and stuff like that, then I'll need a tune. But as far as for me just playing around in this thing, I won't need no fucking major tune for like racing or whatever. So that's why I decided to go with the Terminator X. But as you can see, everything is labeled. This is the wire harness. This is my go-to wire harness when I do an LS swap. So you ain't always got to spend, because I spent $1,900, I think like $1,908 on that Holley Terminator.
Think small. We need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big, bitch. You need to be thinking big, bitch. Think big, bitch.
This one is like, I think this one is like $500-600, maybe $600-700. I'll put the price of it up there in the corner. Boom, boom, boom. Probably this corner, or it could be this corner. But yeah, got it out. Got the computer out, and I'll also sell it with the computer. I think their computer is like $275 or something like that. That one's already, it's already got a tune on it. It just needs to be fine-tuned. It's already, the VATS is already deleted. So of course you'll be able to hook it up and start it and get it around to your tuner. But there we go. And as you can see in here, we left the labels so that I know exactly what the fuck I'm hooking up to. We don't need that check engine light one, so I'll probably cut that one off. Then we got fan 1, fan 2. Of course, if you deal with LS swaps, you already know these are ground powered. So it's like a ground signal, ground power, however you want to say it. But these go to the ground side, not the power side of the fans, the ground side. 12-volt switch. So that's ignition on. What else we got? My tack wire, and then power to the fuel pump. So, and then we got up here my the purple one is for the brake switch. So that goes to the brake switch. It's already to the brake switch. I just gotta hook it up on the Holley Terminator. Shit, other than that, I think that is it. I just gotta go constant ground, but I got a constant ground, a constant power up under there. I just gotta figure out which one it is. But other than that, man, shit, let's get this. Let's see what's up with this Terminator. This Terminator. This motherfucker's so dirty. Cause I gotta take these damn wheels off. Gotta put my steering wheel on. Gotta remember to take that off and paint it tomorrow so I can have that done. Fuel rails. Everything else is pretty much on the go. So what we got here is Terminator X Max, which is that one. This Max, it powers up. It's the harness for the engine and transmission. So of course I'm running a 4L80. So this is the main harness. This is the main harness. Let's see what we got. This is for the fans and other little options if you want to go with other little options. So fans and any other accessories that you want to put on there. Fuel pump, if you got some more gauges or something that you want to control from the little screen, you can do that. Then we got transmission harness. Scoot that back some. Transmission harness, which got the relay and everything in it. Power ground. I think it was like power, constant power ignition switch, ground, and shit, something else. I think it's like fucking signal wire or some shit. I read the book yesterday, but I just can't remember what the hell. Okay, so then we got this. This goes directly to the battery. Power and ground directly to the battery. So it's gonna be good to have you some ends like these recoils where you can, instead of having to tap into it, you can just plug it into. I got another one up there, and then I got one right here, and then the same on the ground side, so that you can do, run additional wires and stuff like that. You always want to put like a recoil, or some people have the bigger fuses and shit like that, so everything can look neat. Okay, main harness. This is for the little screen, power and ground to this piece right here. This is I think this is like the mass airflow sensor. It's like an extended harness. And then we got the screen, so we gonna worry about that later. What we about to do is we are about to start running this stuff, and this only has one O2 sensor. I'm not for sure what side to put it on. I think I might put it on the driver's side. I'm gonna see what the books say, and then I'm gonna cap out the other side. I know I kept them caps. Take out the O2 sensor off. Take the other two sensors off and cap those off. Of course, you got the fuel injector wires and so on and so forth. But man, let's get to it. We got not that much to do. Pretty much, you see the majority of it is plug and play. So it ain't too bad. Just a few wires. You gotta do power, ground, ignition. But other than that, shit is pretty much self-explanatory. So shit, I'm about to get to it. Start running this wire. I might put it on time lapse. If not, I'll hit y'all when I get back. Okay, YouTube. So now I'm in the stage of where I'm about to start fishing this wire harness through. So I need to fish it all the way through until I get, let me see, until I get to this shit right here. So, well, actually, let me see, what the fuck is it? I think this is the, yeah, this is the O2. No, this is the injectors. So, damn, let me see. So, I guess I'll leave this outside. So basically, I'll run this inside, but I'll run it up to here, back there. And then, because I gotta save room to get over to that side with the knock sensor. Well, the knock sensor is over there on that side. Cam sensor is over that side. Oil sensor is in the back. crank sensor is down at the bottom where the starter is. Cylinder head 1 on the ground, and then the cylinder head number 2, that's the ignition for the coils. And then map sensor is back there, so the ignition for both sides. And then this plugs off with the map sensor, the idle air control and shit up front. So let's get it. I put it on time lapse. Okay, YouTube, I'm back. So, man, I had the hardest part about this harness was fishing my stuff through that little 2-inch hole that I created. So I opened it up a little bit and got all the wires run. I'm gonna run everything a little bit more neater. The only thing I haven't hooked up is the injectors, but of course I gotta hide them wires. And then I'm gonna make this shit look a little bit neater. Got the battery and ground up here, so pretty much I got everything ran back there that need to run back there. The main harness plugs, because everything plugs into the brain, so I had to run the transmission main harness up there, connector, and then a wiring harness main connector up there, along with the relays, along with the fuses. And I had to run this one up here. This was separate, so this one goes to battery and ground, straight to the battery and ground. And then if you look inside here, I got my little wiring issue here, but I got all the plugs that I need to go to the harness up here. So when I get ready, of course I'm gonna put the computer inside here, and then I got all my wires I need to tap into as far as, like I said, fuel, ignition, constant power, and ground. All that shit is right here. So I'm gonna do that shit tomorrow. It's getting dark. Gotta go to work tomorrow. So I'll extend this video. I don't know if I'm gonna make a part 1 or part 2, but I might just add it on here. But got everything up here as it should be. And then I just gotta, hopefully that computer will fit inside there. And then I can move on with cleaning everything up. But everything is wired up, plugged in where it needs to be. Starter back tight, crank sensor, all that shit is back together. As far as sensor wise, I went ahead and unplugged my Dakota Digital from the oil. Of course, you know, when you're running a Dakota Digital, the temperature sensor, you got a hole over there. I just need to figure out a second hole, if I'm gonna put it down there by the oil pan, or because I know it's a port down there. I don't think you can see it, that piece right there, that I can probably add a sensor to. I'm gonna do some research tonight how you get a sensor to put on there and just plug it down there for the Dakota Digital. But I want my main oil sending unit up top where it's supposed to be, so that way I know everything is reading accurately. Shit, other than that, we good. We pretty much almost good to go. Like I said, fuel rails will be here tomorrow, so I'm gonna change these fuel rails. I need to get on Amazon and see if I can get a O-ring kit shipped either tomorrow or Saturday. But man, here we go. We get into it. It's almost done. But it was fairly easy. It wasn't nothing too hard about it, other than fishing that shit through the firewall. But shit, stay tuned. Okay, YouTube, I'm back. So this is the next day. I'm about to go ahead and start tightening some of these wires and stuff up, hooking this stuff up. I got most of the wires in there. Got to clean up the back. Got my different fuel reels today, so I'm gonna throw them on And shit, we should be pretty much almost ready to crank this thing up. So then I gotta change my fans, little bitty ass fans. But other than that, shit, let's go. I'm about to start changing the fuel rails. I'm gonna change the fuel rails, get that shit together. That way I can clean up the inside of this shit a little bit. Oh, this shit is fucking dirty. So shit, let's go.